Hi, welcome to Intuitive Moon Tarot. This is Jen. I'm back today with another pick a card reading for you. This reading is going to be a how do they feel. This is a love reading. It can also relate to exes and soulmate connections. There are 3 decks for you to select from today. We have deck A, deck B, or deck C. I do encourage you to take a few short seconds here. Close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, bring this person to the front of your mind, and ask with me, how do they feel? Okay, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and take all the time you need. For the rest of you, I am going to go ahead and get started with deck A. For those of you that are just tuning in for Deck A, this is a quick reminder that these are general readings. There is no guarantee every general reading will resonate with every person watching every time. I do offer private or personal readings, and I also believe that these encounters are fated, so if you were drawn to me in one way or another, chances are I will have a meaningful message for you at some point in time. My recommendation to you is to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that when new videos are uploaded, you are notified. And when you feel inspired to watch one of those videos, I do highly recommend you follow that inspiration for your message. With that being said, let's get started. We do have the Love Oracle card here. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. We have the Mime, also known as the Page of Spirals. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, wow. So the 10 of Cups talks about, it's kind of the ultimate fulfillment card, right? And when we talk about cups, we talk about emotional energy. So we're kind of talking about a really emotional, fulfilling, kind of complete type of energy. And the Hierophant a lot of time is known as the commitment card. I do also see this as spirituality, spiritual connections. So I do see something here that is I'm getting a couple different messages, so sorry, just let me process this a little bit and get this storyline correct. So there is a part of me that feels like this person, when we talk about a mime, I do feel like mimes, although they are very expressive, they are silent. So I feel this person is trying to, almost feels like they can't verbalize how they truly feel for some reason. Maybe they are distracted by something else that's taking their focus away from this love. Possibly some of their own personal demons. I do see that this person feels a strong connection with you, or some level of commitment, or that they're seeking to be committed to you and to have a family with you and to have that emotional fulfillment with you. But I don't see them, I almost see that it's like they're trying to send you some kind of like signs or signals, but they're not verbalizing this. I don't know how really to express what I'm getting here. But yeah, it's just over and over. It's like they are being expressive in some form, but it may not be through verbalizing their feelings. I'm also getting another message that isn't quite as romantic, and that is that this person is already committed elsewhere, may possibly have a family, but in some way, it's like the passion is missing, or they have some kind of a passion with you, but they can't verbalize or express that. due to this commitment that they're in, but more, and that's going to be for a very select few of you. That's not going to be for everybody. More or less, whenever we talk about a page energy, page of spirals. So spirals is a fire energy. It's very passionate, but pages sometimes can indicate somebody that's a little bit younger than you. And if they're not younger than you by age, they may just be not quite as mature as you are. They may have a difficult time because I do see that they feel strongly that they can have a commitment with you, they can have a family with you, they have some kind of a spiritual connection to you, but they're having a hard time verbalizing that, and they're still in the learning process, like they're still trying to figure all of this out. But I do see that there is love here, there is a desire for a commitment, there is a desire for a family, aside from the small group of you that is involved with somebody that is already committed and has a family, so they cannot express their feelings to you. But I do still see either way, there is feelings or passion there. But if somebody is really holding back or secretive, or their actions don't meet their words, there is a possibility there that there's somebody else involved. Or they have another type of a commitment or family that they're tied to elsewhere. But for the majority of you, this does look positive. It does look like you are somebody that they see long-term potential with. But for some reason, whatever it is, whatever their dragon is here, they are having a difficult time expressing that to you. So that is what I'm getting. I hope that was helpful to you. If this is resonating and you want to go a little bit deeper and get some specifics into your situation, please email me for a personal or private reading. I have incredible deals on those, as well as gift certificates available for the holidays. If this was not resonating with you, please stay with me. There's uploads almost daily, and so I'm sure there will be something here meant for you. Thanks again for joining me. Love and light. Okay, moving on now to Deck B. For those of you that selected Deck B, this is a quick reminder that these are general readings. So there is no guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person watching every time. Please just take what feels good to you in your soul and resonates with your story, and leave the rest for somebody else. I do believe that these meetings between us are fated. So if you were drawn to my channel in one way or another, chances are I will have a meaningful message specifically for you at some point in time. So my recommendation is always to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell notification. That way when you see new uploads and you feel inspired by one of those, you can follow that inspiration and listen for your message. With that being said, let's get started. We have the Love Oracle card, Embrace Your Emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. We have the Three of Stones, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Okay. So right off the bat, what I'm feeling here is this person is clearly suppressing their emotions for you. I do feel that there was some form of betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment, and I do feel that this was involving three people. So this may have been, it's a third-party situation. That doesn't always have to mean cheating or a romantic connection, or, a betrayal in that sense. That can also be just not putting you as a priority, or vice versa. These energies can go both ways with this being a general reading. This can be, choosing addictions over you, and just involving another energy into this relationship that doesn't fit. This can be choosing a family member or friendships or unhealthy behaviors over the connection that this person had with you. You may have been doing this, or they may have been doing that. And this person is now reflecting back. So they are thinking about you, if that's what you're wondering. They are thinking about this. This is kind of the card of nostalgia. And what I'm seeing here is they're thinking back to a more innocent time in your relationship. They're thinking back to the way things were before whatever this betrayal is, before this. Because I do see there was something beautiful here. and there was a lot of love shared between the two of you before this betrayal happened. So if this is something that you caused to them, I feel like they are having a really difficult time feeling their emotions and processing their emotions and moving on from that. They're kind of holding on to that. They're looking back to when the relationship was more innocent. They're having a hard time understanding this, and they're still feeling hurt. If this is something that they did to you, then very similarly, except for I feel like they're just not wanting to take accountability. They're not wanting to, it's like they don't want to deal with the guilt of what they did. They're just looking back on when things were more innocent and when things were better between the two of you. They know that there's a sense of betrayal or hurt here. They may feel afraid to communicate with you because they know they caused so much damage. And so they're just kind of in this time of maybe even reaching out to friends or family for guidance and advice and just trying to process this whole thing. But more than anything, they could also just kind of be out doing their own thing and not dealing with this right now. And that may be really painful for you. But either way, there was most definitely betrayal here. So if that's not resonating with you, this isn't your story. And there is somebody, them, because we're asking how they feel. So they are reflecting back on this, having some nostalgia, but I do feel that they are suppressing their emotions at this time. They're just not wanting to deal with the disappointment, the pain, or the guilt, whatever it is in your scenario. So that's a pretty clear message here that I'm getting. Please let me know if that resonates with you. If you need something more specific to your situation, I do have private readings available, and I do have some incredible specials on that, as well as gift certificates for the holiday. If not, please stay with me. There are new videos uploaded almost daily, so hopefully we'll find something else that was meant for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your energy with me. Love and light. Okay, moving on now to deck C. For those of you that are just now joining me, please remember these are general readings. There is no guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person every time. Please just take what feels good to you in your soul and resonates with your story and leave the rest for somebody else. I don't believe that these encounters are by chance. I do believe they're fated. So if you were drawn to me in one way or another, chances are I will have a meaningful message for you at some point in time. So my recommendation is always to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell notification. That way, when new uploads show up and you feel inspired to watch one of those, you can follow that inspiration and get your message. In the meantime, with that being said, right off the bat, we have the Love Oracle. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can talk a lot about celebration. It focuses heavily on the home. It also can talk about like a want or a desire to come back home. We have Judgment. So this is a little bit more about absolution, inner calling, even rebirth. And then we have the Strength card. Okay, so I'm getting a few different scenarios here, storylines. So give me just a minute to put this together for you. So a part of me feels like this person, they may have been a more independent energy, and I feel like there's a blockage somewhere between like their conscious and their subconscious mind, and this is affecting the connection between the two of you. There's just something there. I feel like this person is trying to kind of hold strong, but I feel like they feel out of place away from this connection with you. And when I hear this inner calling, I also just see this as it's like there's this draw back to you. But at the same point, I don't know that they're necessarily ready to make a full commitment or that they understand what a commitment to love really means. I do feel like there is passion here, and the passionate part of them wants to kind of return back to you or return home. Or if you're leaving and you're going back home, maybe to your family or whatever it is, or you're going through your own experiences, it's like you can see here this party is kind of, it's like this party's coming to peace with everything and just trying to move forward and just says, you know what, I just want to be in a peaceful place and accept things as they are. And this other party's like, wait a minute before you go. But at the same point, they're not really, they don't have a clear understanding of what it means to make a full commitment to love. I think that they almost like think that the connection they had with you or what they were offering you was love. But for you, it's like, no, no, like you need to, I just feel like there's a rocky foundation here. When it talks about consider your foundation, like maybe this relationship was based off of when there were celebrations and good times and, you know, and things were less serious. And then when it came down to actually make a long-term commitment, one or both parties was intimidated or overwhelmed or just kind of drew back. And it may possibly be because of some kind of a block between the conscious and the subconscious mind here. I see this person kind of as just being like a wanderer, you know? It's like he's just got what he can fit here in his bag, but I don't feel like he's, and he, she, it doesn't matter. Both men and women have masculine and feminine energy, so it's just it's just an energy, so don't get hung up on the he or she or the sexes of the cards. But whoever this person is, there's just kind of an independent feel here for me. It's like they just don't really know where they belong, and they kind of have something that they have to go through, some kind of an inner calling, some kind of coming to peace with themselves. But I do see that there is this little light of passion, and it's not this giant flame, right? But there's this little light of passion inside of them that wants to return home to you. But I kind of feel like they're trying to hold back and be strong because they just think the foundation there is weak, or maybe they're really afraid of commitment. Or maybe they're just dealing with some personal things right now. So I do feel either a separation or a major disconnect between the two of you. And one party, I almost feel like, okay, I'm getting kind of like this is an in and out relationship as well. That's another story that's just now coming to me. And it's like every time you finally come to peace with the fact that this isn't going to work and you start to try to move forward peacefully with your life and just accept things for the way they are and just, you know, surround yourself with your family and friends and that they reappear. And it's like they stop you, or you at least are allowing them to stop you in one way or another from fully moving forward. But then at the end of the day, the foundation between the two of you isn't strong enough to sustain something that's long lasting. So it just goes right back into this, like, it's like when you're really ready to leave and you're really at peace with this, they come back with this passionate offer of wanting to reconnect, right? They're drawn back to you. They're drawn back to, as soon as you're at a peaceful, happy place, that draws them in. And they approach you just as you're about to move forward. And you try to find the strength to say, hey, like, I almost feel like you want this. You want something so much more committed. But the foundation there isn't strong enough. This needs to be built back up from the ground up. But if we're just asking how they feel, I feel like how they feel is confused, very much confused. I feel like either you have a difficult time. Obviously, these energies can go vice versa. This is general, so it's hard for me to tell without doing a personal reading. But I am feeling either you have a difficult time committing, and so they try to hold strong and be independent, but they just keep being drawn back into you. And just kind of whatever it is about your energy, it just keeps drawing them back. It's like they can't fully let you go. Even if they don't communicate that to you, I think that's how they feel. I think deep down in their heart of hearts, they don't really want to fully see you happily and peacefully move on, but they also might not be at a place where they can make the kind of commitment that you're seeking. And sometimes with real love, I'm seeing this now, and maybe if this was advice for you, which that's not initially how I was saying this, but real love is letting people be where they need to be and not necessarily taking it so personally. Sometimes people sometimes people just aren't capable enough, or they're just not in the same place in their journey that you are. And that doesn't mean that they don't love you or they don't care. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own kind of emotional maturity level. Everyone has their own past experiences that affect their future, commitments and emotions and relationships and communication skills, just everything. And so I'm just kind of feeling like this person needs to be where they need to be right now, but there is some kind of a lack of a commitment. So before I go off on a tangent, I do see so much here, and but I'm a little bit restricted on time because I have a lot of readings to get out. So if you guys want more information or you want to go deeper, or that sounds like your story, please, reach out to me for a personal reading. If not, let's stay in touch. There will always be free readings uploaded on a very regular basis. I'm so appreciative of you sharing your time and energy with me today. I hope that you found these messages helpful or inspiring in some way. Love and light.